Hello, I'm Mark Poustie, Dean of the School of Law at UCC, and I'd like to welcome you to this open day. I'm going to give you an introduction to the School of Law, and I hope that after hearing this, you will consider studying with us at the School of Law in UCC. So, is law for you? Well, if you're interested in how people interact with each other, that could be family issues, how people interact with businesses, so consumer issues, how businesses interact with each other, commercial law issues, how the state treats its citizens, which could be human rights issues, including the most vulnerable, for example, disabled people. Also, if you're interested how states behave towards each other, so treaties, international law issues, or if you like, politics, current affairs, debates, questioning the status quo, as many of our politicians have started off as lawyers. And if you're interested in fairness, in how rules operate, should we have better rules? Should we have more equal treatment? Then law could well be for you. Law is obviously all around us. Everything we do, in some sense, is either facilitated or constrained by law. And law is in the news. This could be from negotiations between the UK and the EU around Brexit. It could be around the kinds of challenges that are going on in the United States to the various election results in the States. Or it could be dealing with something much closer to home, the whole problem of homelessness in our society. But law is in the news and cases are constantly being brought. Law is also all around us in terms of debate, whether that's in the Oireachtas or in the European Parliament or in other European institutions. There are debates going on about whether we should have certain types of legislation or not, or whether the legislation that we have is adequate or not. So then turning to UCC, if you're interested in law, why come to do law at UCC? Well, we have a very long, proud history, over 170 years now. We're very highly ranked in the global rankings, in the top 150 in the world. We have a very positive mission, shaping a just society. So we do focus on issues like equal treatment, but also in the commercial sphere in terms of corporate social responsibility. We try to be very student focused. We try to be very supportive. In the current environment, this is hugely important that we try and support students as much as possible. But we also want to challenge you, challenge your beliefs, how you approach questions, so that you can develop more as a person during your time as a student with us. And we also provide a very practical learning environment to try and support the development not just of your knowledge and of theory and of the law, but also skills in terms of actually applying the law in practice. We're excellent in a whole range of fields. Some of them are listed on the slide: child and family law, medical law, criminal justice, human rights, environmental law, and commercial law. We're very well connected to employers, law firms, business, government, and the wider community. And just in terms of actually showing that, a couple of my colleagues who are illustrated on the slide there at the top, Professor Deirdre Madden is Deputy Chair of the HSE, and below her, my colleague Professor Conor O'Mahony. He was recently appointed as Special Rapporteur on children's issues by the government. We also provide you with fantastic opportunities for work placements and also international study. And we're trying to produce graduates who don't simply have a knowledge of law and theory, but graduates who have skills, who are flexible adaptable and mobile and can actually rise to the challenges that today's world presents us with. We offer a variety of undergraduate programs, and I'll take you through each of these in turn. And if you get through a BCL with us and you're interested in further study, there's also the possibility of doing 1-year master's degrees and 4-year PhDs. The latter are particularly significant if you are thinking about an academic career in the long term. And our curriculum at UCC is designed to be connected, so it's based on research. We try to ensure that it's international, so has a global reach, that it's relevant for communities, also that where applicable, it's inter and transdisciplinary, and some of our programs are very much interdisciplinary, that we have a real focus on developing your employability, and also that we take account of the need for the modern world to be sustainable. So let's start off with the Bcl Pathways degree. This is essentially a gateway to 3 programs. You can stick with the BCL and complete in 3 years, or you can opt at the end of year 1 for the BCL International, where you can spend a year abroad or a semester abroad. That could be in North America, it could be in China, or it could be in Europe. Alternatively, you can opt for the BCL Clinical. Again, this is a 4-year program with a year on work placement. And the work placement could be with law firms, with businesses, and so on. And you would apply to transfer after year 1. It's a competitive process, and there is a threshold standard to achieve before you can get into the international or clinical streams. And normally we take about 100 students per year into the Pathways program. Then we also offer 2 joint honours law and languages degrees. These are law and French and law and Irish. And these are 4-year programs. And for the French program, you have an opportunity to spend a year abroad in France or in Canada. And for law and Irish, you do have the opportunity to spend time abroad. We have a link with the University of Montana in the US. The community in Montana there's a strong Irish community there, and there are opportunities for you to teach Irish within the University of Montana, but also actually to get fantastic judicial internships with the federal courts in Montana, where we have really close links. But in addition to that, there are opportunities to have Irish language placements in the Department of Foreign Affairs and Translation Service, in the Office of the Attorney General, in RTE, and in law firms where appropriate. Then let's look at the BCL Law and Business degree. This is a 4-year joint honours degree, and you spend an equal amount of time on your business and law subjects in the first 3 years. And that could be economics, accounting, finance, marketing, management. And in the 4th year, you can specialise either in business or in law. And again, there is a placement opportunity there in the summer of year 3, and that could be in a law firm or it could be in a business. We do offer around 40 places a year for law and business, and maths is a requirement if you're applying for that programme. I mentioned earlier when I was talking about the connected curriculum that there's a really strong focus in UCC on employability. And we don't just focus on theory and knowledge, we focus very much on developing your skills. So if you take the BCLI or the BCL Law in French or the BCL Law in Irish or the BCL Law in Business, there are opportunities for international study, and there can also be opportunities in some cases for international placements. And we do provide a lot of placement opportunities embedded within our degree programs. I mean, notably the BCL Clinical and also the BCL Law and Business, but placements are available in a wider sense as well. We do have external practitioner colleagues who input into our teaching, and that's a fantastic way of developing your professional networks and can be an in to developing a relationship which might lead to an internship in a particular firm or business. We also, in a sense, provide internal internships, and that's through the clinics that we operate. For example, the Sports Law Clinic, and some of the students from the Sports Law Clinic and a couple of my colleagues are illustrated in the top picture there. So the Sports Law Clinic actually provides legal information and advice to sports clubs in UCC. So this could be on discipline issues, on other rules issues, and so on. So you're actually getting the opportunity to provide legal advice to clients. We also, last but not least, provide opportunities in mooting, and the picture in the lower picture on the slide illustrates that. Mooting is essentially mock legal debating, and it's a fantastic skill to develop. You learn to think on your feet, to be able to answer questions from judges, to be able to put submissions to a mock court. So that's another key way in which we're trying to develop your lawyerly skills. But these skills are valuable even if you don't go into law, because so many careers involve presentation skills. So don't forget about mooting. We are strongly supportive of mooting and try to encourage students to participate as much as they can. As I said, there are wider placement opportunities, not simply through the degree programs that we operate, but we have good links with solicitors' firms, with government departments, with businesses. So there are opportunities for you to set up, to have your own internship during the summer that we can support you in. And there are also some opportunities abroad as well. So if you'd like to get in touch with us, I mean, don't hesitate to go to the law school website, or you can join us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter or on LinkedIn. And if you want to follow up, my colleague, the College Student Recruitment and Liaison Officer, Anne Wallace, would be delighted to help you. But I hope you found this introduction to the school interesting, and please do get in touch with us if you have queries. And I'd be really delighted to welcome you to study law at UCC should you decide to choose us. And I really hope you do. Thank you.